In our hands, we have the Psychic Awakening Faith and Fury book, and we're going to be talking about the Heretic Astartes general rules. Now, we've got a bunch of different videos coming out for each of the new updates for each of the factions. But first, we're going to talk about the Champions of Ruin rules and the new demon weapons. Now, they've essentially updated... You that upset with Chaos Space Marines?
I hate them. They're the most evil things in the universe.
So the new Champions of Ruin rule essentially gives Heretic Astartes, except for cultists, but it does give the Fallen, the following additional abilities. These are essentially the same ones the Space Marines have. So first of all, they've got Malicious Volleys, which is Bolter Discipline, essentially. So they get to fire twice if the weapon's within half range, or if they stay still, or if they're a Terminator, Biker, or Hellbrute. So that enables them to fire twice with bolt guns.
That proves that the Fallen are the evil ones. Because if it can work on Fallen too, then obviously they're chaos.
Yes, they have the Imperium keyword. You're such a dark angel. All right, they also get Hateful Assault, which gives them +1 attack if they charge or are charged or make heroic intervention. And then they have demon weapons. And demon weapons are something you can give them instead of a relic. Another cool thing to note is they also updated the Demolisher Cannon from Chaos Space Marines. It's now a range 24, heavy D6, strength 10, AP -3, D6 weapon, which I think is kind of what it's supposed to always be. So,
I have no clue what it was originally, but that sounds extremely powerful.
Yeah, it's pretty up there. So if your army is led by a Chaos Space Marine Warlord, you can give one of the artifacts of Chaos to the Space Marine character instead of a different artifact of Chaos. And these are demon weapons. So in the fight phase, when the model is chosen to fight for the first time, roll a dice. On a 1, they take a mortal wound. On a 2 or up, it can fight with the weapon as normal. Now, this is something that Abaddon has, which is the Demon Sword Draconian. So these are various versions of that. So we have... Kuok the Boundless, which is for a Tzeentch model with a Power Sword, Hellforged Sword, or Force Sword. You can give it to a Demon Prince. It replaces the weapon, and essentially it gives it AP -3, D3 wounds, but when resolving an attack with this weapon, invulnerable saves cannot be made, which is absolutely incredible. No invulnerable saves against the Tzeentch Demon Prince with a sword. That's a brutal thing to have. Next up, we have the Slaanesh Demon Artifact, which is Tharis and Riol, the Rapacious Talons. So it's a Slaanesh model, and they've got to have 2 Lightning Claws or 2 sets of Malefic Talons, which is great because I actually love giving my Slaanesh Demon Malefic Talons. So this replaces them, and essentially it will give them AP -2, 2 damage, but when resolving an attack with this weapon, you can re-roll the wound roll, which is huge because they typically don't have a strength of 8.
Wait. Is it just one wound roll, or is it
all the wound rolls? But better yet, when you roll for the weapon's demon ability, if you roll a 2 up, you can make a number of additional attacks equal to the result you rolled. Now, Slaanesh demons have so many attacks. This is like one of the best artifacts. Like, I will be using this 100%, right? Because you essentially get a ton of extra attacks when you use Malefic Talons anyway. When you're Slaanesh, you can boost it even further, and this just gives you even more. This will shred things. A winged demon prince of Slaanesh with this,
it's just like shing,
it's game over.
Shing.
Yeah, it's brutal. Then we have Zal the Wraithful. This is a Khorne model with a Power Sword or a Hellforged Sword. I love the way they add the Demon Prince weapons here. It's AP -5 damage to weapon.
AP -5?
Yeah, but check this. The strength is user. So for most Demon Princes, that's going to be like 7, I think. But when you roll the 2 up to see if you use the Demon ability, add that to the strength. Yeah.
Oh
so you're looking at, if you roll a 5, you've got strength 12 demon, AP -5, 2 damage each. So that's great. The Nurgle one is the Fist of Decay. This is for Power Fist only. This kind of sucks because you can't give that to the Demon Prince. But it's essentially a Power Fist with a damage of 3. But when you resolve an attack with this weapon, -1 to hit, but an unmodified wound roll of 2 up is always successful. So, honestly, that's the one I'm least impressed with. I don't like that one the most. And then we have the Black Axe. This replaces a Power Axe, Force Axe, Demon Axe. It's actually not that impressive, but an unmodified wound roll of 4 up inflicts a mortal wound. So I think Nurgle kind of like got the sucky end of the stick out of that one. But overall, I'm really impressed. The Slash one is absolutely amazing. So I think the demon weapons are great. I'm going to use the heck out of that one and the Thousand Suns one. The Tzeentch one. Thousand Suns I'm giving away where I'm going to put it. I'm going to put it in my Thousand Suns army. But the ability to not allow someone to take invulnerable saves against a demon prince, that's going to be a game changer. That like eats through Smash Captains, Azrael, goodbye 4-up invulnerable save.
That would probably even like really mess up my big tank.
Yeah, it's that's pretty freaking powerful. So absolutely love that. So Chaos really got some boosts in Psychic Awakening, and we're going to be going through all the individual factions in separate videos. So watch out for those.